I was a young man in the 80s when I joined Sage as a production editor, and one of the journals in my portfolio was the Journal of Black Studies. I did not know much about how to do my job, but Molefi Asante took me under his wing and helped teach me how to become a good production editor. Molefi, you were a teacher and a mentor, and we became friends because I'm sure, as you remember, in those days, we took proof corrections on the phone. And so we would spend hours together talking about everything from the journal itself, but other issues like our families and the state of the world. And you stayed with me while I was an editor. I graduated to, or was promoted to being an editor, and your journal was still part of my portfolio, and I still had more to learn. And you continued to be a teacher and a mentor to me. I moved away from the editorial side of the business, but we always remained in touch and we continued our friendship, some years more so than others. My favorite story, though, has to be when we invited you to our 45th anniversary celebration, which was more than a decade ago. And you told the story about your quest to find a publisher for a new journal in what was then a field you wanted to call Black Studies, and the challenges of trying to find a single publisher who would publish this research and this scholarship. And you told the story of being a young, radicalized scholar, those are your words, Molefi, and driving from UCLA to Beverly Hills to meet a woman named Sarah Miller McCune, who said without hesitation, "I'll publish your journal." It was a fantastic story, Molefi, and it made me realize how important all of your work was and what a risk everybody felt they were taking at that time, but it wasn't a risk. It was absolutely the right thing to do. And so here we are 50 years later celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Journal of Black Studies. You have been a teacher, you've been a mentor, you have been a friend. I cannot thank you enough for your help in this past year when I reached out to you in the middle of the Black Lives Matter movement and I asked you to help counsel me, guide me, to help guide this corporation through the movement and toward a more diverse and equitable corporation. You have truly been a friend and a mentor for as long as I have known you. In honor of the 50th anniversary of Journal of Black Studies, among other things, we have established an endowment at Temple University, which will provide scholarships and grants for graduate students who are doing research in Africology and African American studies. Thank you, Molefi, for all that you have done for us. Thank you for changing the world. Thank you for being an amazing scholar and a friend to all of us at Sage. I have truly enjoyed our decades together.